Welcome to episode 62 of the Family Geekery Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Danny.
And today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite announcements from the San Diego Comic-Con 2023.
Yippee!
Yeah, you're supposed to throw it.
I'm
throw a
dancing.
yippee or a woohoo in there, Amber.
I'm sorry. I'm
All right,
blind.
throw a woohoo. We'll edit it in.
Yahoo!
Okay, good enough.
Ew.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about some of the things that we heard announced. But before that, let's talk about what's going on in our lives. Anything happening this week?
Yes. I'll go first. I like talking.
All right.
I went to a Fall Out Boy concert, which is relevant because we're going to talk about Fall Out Boy later.
Woohoo! See, that's how the woohoo works.
Woohoo!
Just little flourishes here and there.
And then over the weekend, of course, I had to Barbenheimer. So one day I saw Barbie, and the next day I saw Oppenheimer, and they were both very good.
So you actually went home in between the two.
I did, because there's no way I could watch 5 hours of movies in a row. Especially after watching Oppenheimer. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Long movie.
We saw Barbie, your mom and me.
Yeah, that was nice of you to take her.
We didn't see Oppenheimer yet.
I think you'd like it. I don't think she would like it that much.
Cool. So what about you, Danny?
Oh, I have another thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. Keep it
I
going.
thought we were going to talk about the movies more. I started playing a new game called Sticky Business. I saw it a bunch on TikTok when it was in development, but it was released this past week. And it's a cute little game where you run a sticker business. So you design stickers and sell stickers, and that's it. But it's fun.
That sounds cool.
It is pretty cool. And it's like less than $10, and it was on sale right when I bought it. So like $8 or $9, you can go ahead and get it and have a fun little cozy game that you can play.
Fun. Sticky Business. Is that what it's called?
Yes, Sticky Business.
It's a great name too.
Exactly. I'm done now. Sorry.
All right. I was waiting for the clear signal to hand it over to Danny.
Well, I didn't see either of the movies.
Wow.
Maybe I'll see them soon, but I don't like to pay for movies when I have a boyfriend who gets me in for free. So we're going to wait. And he doesn't get it on opening weekend, so we have to wait.
Well, you better still dress up in pink for Barbie.
I will.
Good.
But other
It's got to
than
be
that,
hot pink too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I was wearing baby pink. I broke the rules.
I only have baby pink.
That's okay. She wears baby pink in the movie.
But other than that, I've done nothing really. I'm too busy.
Busy. All right. Well, I had a long trip this week, so I figured I'd load up the iPad with some TV episodes, and I had started watching The Last of Us, so I decided let's go ahead and throw the rest of the episodes on there and see if I can knock it out on this trip. So I watched the rest of The Last of Us, and I'm here to tell you,
The Last of Us?
You guys should watch it. It's pretty darn good. HBO doesn't usually put out bad stuff.
It's called Max now.
Okay, Max. Sorry. They usually don't put out bad stuff, so I wasn't surprised that it was good, but yeah, it was really good. So that also forced me to start playing the game again some more. So I started playing the game again some more. And the show is very true to the game. I guess the director or writer, the person that did the show said that the story was just so beautiful it needed to be told, and he said he found very little reasons to ever stray far from the game.
Why make a TV show then? Video games aren't as accessible, I guess.
Because they have opportunities to make money.
That's a good point.
Let me explain to you capitalism.
Oh, you don't need to. I forgot for a second. I'm still in Oppenheimer brain where everybody was a communist.
Why is there 7 reboots of every movie? Because people keep going and seeing them.
Disney, cough.
Yeah, but let me share a little bit about The Last of Us, both in the show and in the game. I've got some commentary, so buckle up.
Okay, buckling up.
So on the show, the last episode, and I'm not spoiling anything, but the last episode, they have a scene showing Ellie's birth. Ellie's the main character, and so they're in the very last episode, they've got some backstory going all the way back to her birth, and it kind of completes a full story of her. And so they start off with this, young lady having, going into labor and having this baby in this post-apocalyptic world or whatever. And I'm looking at the actress that they cast just for this scene, this 5-minute scene. And I'm like, man, they did a good job casting someone that looks like the Ellie that's in the TV show, which is Bella
Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey. Yep, exactly. From Game of Thrones. And
But they were in Game of Thrones.
And I thought that's pretty neat that they went to the trouble of finding someone that looks so similar, and I was pretty impressed by that. And so, like I said, 5-minute scene done. And I happened to watch the after the show, how they talked to the show creators after the show on HBO shows, and he was talking about filming that scene, and he said, so we cast Ashley Johnson to play that part. Do you know who Ashley Johnson is?
No.
So she's
Is it the person who played Ellie in the video game? Because I thought that she was in it.
An actress and a voice actress, of course. She's from Critical Role.
Oh.
And cool. Amongst a million other things. But, and she's normally blonde in everything I've seen her in. And she was definitely brunette in this, and it was a very dark scene. So after they said that, then I was like, oh yeah, that was her. But so here I am thinking that they went out and found somebody that looked like her, but the guy said, I felt it was important for the people that had played the game to see the scene where, Ellie literally like gives birth to Ellie. The two characters share this moment together to kind of, show the two worlds coming together. So
kind of like passing the baton almost.
Yeah, except there was embryonic
blood
fluid
and gore.
An umbilical cord that was like 10 feet long. Not sure how true that is. I don't remember a 10-foot long umbilical cord on either of you guys, but maybe I just misremembered.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
I thought that she was in it, but I didn't know that it was like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So that was definitely a good show. I think you guys should both watch it. And then as far as the game goes, I'm still not done with it yet, but I've got to give you a quick hot take on it.
Okay.
And that is, so you understand the premise, right? Post-apocalyptic world, got to get this girl from point A to point B. And there's just like Walking Dead, there's, zombies or bad things that are in this world, but the more threat is the other humans, So as you're playing this game, you're going through different parts of different cities, different towns, and it's obviously story driven. So you're kind of walking along. There's some dialogue between the two characters. Dialogue is great, and then all of a sudden, here comes the conflict, and you've got, whether it's other humans or zombie type creatures that you need to fight your way through, and you've got all these tools at your exposure. You got bow and arrow, shotgun, guns, knives, all kinds of stuff. And you've got to, clear this scene and make it through, and then get on to the next scene where you're walking and talking and yada, yada, yada. So, very typical story-driven action adventure game. And I'm more interested in seeing the story, right? So I've got it set to easy. I'm not ashamed to say that, but I've got it set to easy because if it wasn't set to easy, it's not a super hard game, but it's still challenging enough that I wasn't enjoying it. I just want to get the story, you know. So you walk and talk and get to your next conflict, and they kind of paint the picture of, oh, we need to get through this part of town and get to the other side so that we can, you know, continue on our journey. And so here's this part of town, and you get the bad guys. And what would be nice would be if the bad guys just kind of had like little NPC routes where they're kind of patrolling left and right, or patrolling around this corner and back, and you can kind of like learn their sequences, and then you can like take them off because they put you through a whole tutorial of stealth content, going behind him, grabbing him, choking him out or something, or shivving him from behind. So you can kind of choose your attack style. Are you just going to go in guns blazing and just start shooting everything, or are you going to kind of stealth around? And there's plenty of places to crouch behind, and there's the whole mechanics of having bricks and bottles. So you can either throw the bottle and it makes a noise, and then when the person goes, "Oh, what's that?" and walks over there, then you go, sneak up behind him and stuff.
Can you whistle?
No, not that. But
come to the bush.
In every in every instance that I've tried to, hey, let's just stealth my way all the way through this. You kill someone, and then maybe you get one down, but then someone else on their patrol like sees you, and then all of a sudden all 12 people from this level are coming at you. So so I haven't successfully gotten to where I could just slowly go through and pick everybody off, and that'd be very satisfying, is to clear a level, maybe bow and arrow one guy and shiv the next guy and sneak up behind the other guy, and kind of do it one at a time. Maybe snipe someone with the sniper rifle, because you get a sniper rifle and a scope and you upgrade it. And but in my experience so far, it's been like kill one person and then the other 12 come at you. Now, when the other 12 come at you, you've got like 3 bullets in your handgun and a half broken baseball bat, which is going to take about 2 hits and then fall apart on you. So what happens is a 3-minute episode of Chris punching people left and right. 12 guys coming at me, shooting me with handguns, and I'm just punching. So I'm guessing that the easy setting must reduce the damage taken, because I'm just punching people like crazy, and they're still shooting me and stuff. And every now and then you fail, and then you have to retry that level or whatever. But I wish there was, and in the I think when they remastered it for the PS5 and the PC, it became, what I'm playing is called The Last of Us Remastered or something like that. But then they remastered the remastered part, and it's called The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2. When they did that, they added a bunch of, things like unlimited ammo, different cheats that you could activate, invincibility, that kind of thing. So I don't know if maybe they changed some settings on how the patrols work or something, but that's just my commentary on the level design. It's a great story, and killing bad guys is always fun, but I just wish it wasn't like kill one and then everybody starts running. Now someone's going to be listening to this and be like, well, you're doing it wrong then, Chris. And I'll say, you're right. I'm obviously doing it wrong because every time you get to a barricade to crouch behind, there's a bottle or a brick there. So they always give you the option of using those to distract the people. But I don't know. It's a great game, and I'm enjoying it. I just had to rant a little bit.
So do you only play as one character, or does it switch between both of them?
So far, I think I've only played as Rick, not Rick. I called him Rick on purpose, because he's the Walking Dead equivalent of Rick. No, so far, far, I'm only playing as Pedro Pascal, as everybody knows, is in The Last of Us. But yeah,
all right.
But yeah, I'll update you when I get further, and I think I'm only like halfway
Nice.
through. I just got out of Pittsburgh. I got to make it all the way to the West Coast somewhere.
What?
On foot. Yeah.
Jesus.
All right. So, updates over, rants over. Let's talk about San Diego Comic-Con 2023, which happened this past weekend and happened with a tiny bit less fanfare than some of the previous Comic-Cons. Not so much because of COVID this time, but because of actor and writer strikes. So
Yes. Which is
some of the
good. We
actors,
support the actor and writer strikes.
certainly, but some of the actors weren't either cleared to go or decided not to go, which is fine. But yeah, there was several things announced, and we're going to talk about some of the highlights that we enjoyed. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right. So who's going to kick it off with something?
Me.
All right, go for it.
Well, since we're on the talk of video games, zombie video games, Walking Dead came out with a new game. It's called Betrayal, and it's a multiplayer game where you're trying to survive with some of your friends. You gotta cook stuff, craft stuff, anything to stay alive. But you can party up with some people, or you can deceive other people. And it sounds pretty fun. And I'm excited for that.
Sounds kind
I
of
saw
like
that.
Dead by Daylight. Is it kind of similar, or is it more like a not Raft? What's Rust? Is it more similar to Rust? Maybe. I don't know if you know what that is,
I
Danny.
don't know what Rust is.
Oh, okay.
The way I read it, the social deception part of it made me think of what's that Salem witch trial.
Oh, Town of Salem.
Town of Salem, yeah. It sounded like a Town of Salem / Let's Starve, or is it Let's Starve?
Don't Starve.
Don't Starve.
Let's Starve.
Let's Starve is
I was thinking more
much
of a
easier
Don't
game.
Starve.
Okay. More Don't Starve vibes.
Yeah.
So is it like a continuous kind of game, or is it like Dead by Daylight where it's like rounds?
I think it would be more continuous.
Okay. That sounds cool.
That's what I got from it. But
I'll have to check that out.
I think that'd be cool.
Awesome. All right, Amber, what you got first?
What I got, should we just get all the Walking Dead out of the way first?
Sure,
I
get it out of the way.
Talk about Walking Dead.
Well, we can both talk about Walking Dead.
All right.
So one thing that caught my eye was a spin-off show, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. And what really caught my eye, because I was like, at first I was like, oh man, just like get over it. Walking Dead, they're, grasping at straws here at this point, in my opinion. But he's in France, and that caught my opinion. So I don't know how the series ended or what Daryl's fate was at the end of it, but I guess he's in France now. And that excited me because I took French for a very long time, and Danny did also. And there is one actor that's in it that was in like 5 episodes of Gossip Girl, so that's kind of cool. I recognized her like immediately.
It's a little random.
And I was like, well, only because I just rewatched Gossip Girl. But it's super cool. I'm sure it's going to be cool to see how the zombie apocalypse affected other parts of the world. And it kind of has Last of Us vibes because Daryl has to, I don't know, cart this kid around the country to rebuild humanity or whatever is what they said. So
yeah. Cool.
That's the concept of that show. Coming to AMC soon.
I watched the trailer.
This fall. Yeah.
And It just seems like he's on a mission to like have this kid. I don't know what the kid is, but he must have some secret that can revive humanity or something.
I wonder if he has like a special gene that makes him immune to
Oh,
becoming a zombie.
maybe. But
So yeah.
I was wondering how he got to France, but there were
Oh,
helicopters in Walking Dead, so
so he doesn't like. It's not at the end of the TV show.
I don't know. I didn't get to season 11.
Oh, I thought you finished the TV show.
No.
Oh, well, I'm gonna
I
have to
got to
finish the
season
TV show,
9.
I guess.
But what I thought was cool is I think either at the end of season 1 or beginning of, I think it was end of season 1 or season 2. They were in the what was it
CDC.
called? Yeah. They were in the CDC building with that guy who almost killed them all. And he said that France got hit either last or got hit the least hardest. So I thought that was cool that they hinted to France way
Oh,
back in the beginning. Or
see,
like
I
they set
wonder.
up faster
Oh,
than like the US could.
I wonder, like, if any of this has any root from the graphic novels, because Daryl isn't even in the graphic novels.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know how much they're just making up on the fly. Probably all of it.
At this point, probably all of it, yeah. I think his real mission is to go find the best baguette.
Oui, oui.
And he's
Some
bringing
real
this
food.
kid along just as a decoy.
But yeah,
think he
that was one
real-
thing that I thought was cool. It's
Cool.
like, yeah.
He's kind of everybody's favorite anyways, right?
Yeah, and he shows up to this French monastery. So, or nunnery. Convent.
Cool. Nice. The plot sounding just a little bit too close to Last of Us, though.
Right?
No, it's different. We got zombies,
They're in France.
not clickers. Or we got walkers, not clickers.
Yeah, I wonder what the French are going to call it.
I don't know.
Les zombies.
Find out.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out in this fall. I think it comes out.
Cool. So the
Danny,
first
you
thing,
had... Oh. Danny, you had more Walking Dead stuff? We want to get all of that out of the way? Or no?
no, go for it.
Oh. Well, also it's also renewed for a second season, so
Daryl Dixon is?
yeah, we'll get 2 seasons along with
Oh.
both of the other spin-offs, which is another one of the spin-offs is Rick and Michonne, and basically at the end of Walking Dead, Rick goes missing for a while. They thought he was dead, but he was alive, and they were looking for him for like many, many years, and they never found him. But in this show, Michonne apparently finds him or something. I watched the trailer, and it was like very short. It was just Michonne explaining that she lost Rick, and that she was really sad for a while, but she found him, and it shows a quick clip of Rick Grimes, which I think is cool because the show doesn't feel the same without Rick Grimes.
Were they in love, Rick and Michonne?
Yeah. They had a kid.
They had a kid?
RJ.
Oh. Wait, was that after Carl died?
Yeah.
I'm glad you whispered that so that it didn't spoil anything for anybody.
Something from like, what, 4 years ago now?
Right.
And they also changed the title of Rick and Michonne, and it's now called The Ones Who Live, which is one of the lines in The Walking Dead. I think Rick says, like, we're the ones who live or something. I think that was a little cool. A little more unique than Rick and Michonne.
Yeah, a little more unique than The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon.
Also kind of like The Last of Us. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can only do so much with these like zombie apocalypse things.
Yeah, it's not going to be called like Sunshine and Bunny Kittens.
Sunshine and Bunny Kittens.
And then the Maggie and Negan show is also getting another.
I'm sorry, Maggie and Negan?
This is all starting to sound like 60s sitcoms, 50s and 60s sitcoms. Like,
I forget what that one's called.
Why are Maggie and Negan in a show together? Don't tell me they're in love. They're not in love, are they, Danny?
No.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Because Negan killed her one true love.
Dead City.
Dead City?
They're getting
he had to do what he had to do.
I don't really know what that one's about. It's already out, but I don't really have any interest watching it. I think it's just like Negan revival. And I don't know, they're on a mission to do something.
So, do people like Negan? Like the viewers? People like Negan?
Some people like him and like his character developments, but some people hate him and hate how
he killed the best character on the show.
Lives with him.
And he abandoned his 2 sons who are going off to find supernatural things.
And he died in the hospital after Izzy.
Izzy wants to marry him. Fell in love with him.
Walking Dead, Danny Duquette. A new spinoff on AMC.
Danny, do you know our mother? Have you met our mother?
I've seen that episode 42 times.
All right, is that all the Walking Dead stuff?
I think so.
Okay.
I gotta finish Walking Dead. I kind of stopped after season 9, but I'm on season 6 again, so I'll get
What season does Carl die in?
8.
Oh.
Or 7 or 8. Because he tripped.
No. Wait, he trips?
He tripped on a stick. Got bit.
Oof. Anyways,
they didn't want to pay him as an 18-year-old.
Wait, is that real?
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
They didn't want to... What?
They didn't want to pay him as an adult, so they killed him off.
That's crazy.
He also wanted to go to college, I think.
That's okay. Anyways,
enough about Walking Dead.
We should
more than enough about Walking Dead.
Imagine if we had a podcast about Walking Dead and just called it Talking Dead.
Whoa, that'd be so cool. I wonder if that's ever
happened
name,
before. Isn't it? It's a great name.
When you were talking about talking and walking with earlier, all I was thinking of was that one bad lip reading song of the Talking Dead with Carl Papa.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you should. It's the funniest thing ever.
Cool. All right, my turn?
Yeah, finally your turn.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the first thing that caught my eye, and that is a comic book that's coming out at the end of the year called Timeless. Now, apparently Marvel's put out something at the end of last year called Timeless also. So this must be like a yearly thing that they do. But what caught my eye is the cover of this, which shows almost like a mechanized Moon Knight.
Oh.
And then like an uber buff dude with a glowing fist. And he's bald and he's got an old gray beard. So he kind of looks like all of the Old Man Logan / Old Man Star-Lord / Old Man. But I'll read you the description here. It says, in a devastating future born from the choices of today, all of time and space is threatened by the ascension of an ancient evil. The immortal Moon Knight, so I guess that's who the mechanized Moon Knight dude is, the immortal Moon Knight. The immortal Moon Knight has risen, a nightmare born of Stark Tech, the eternal machine, and the god of the moon. And now all of Earth bows before his overwhelming power. But one man stands against Khonshu's coming tide of chaos. Power Man, the Marvel Universe's final living superhero. So that's the whole premise. That's why it's called Timeless, because it's the last living superhero that can save anything. Marvel Universe's final living superhero. But who is Power Man, and how did he become to wield the unstable powers of the Sentry, the Hulk, and Iron Fist?
Wait, isn't Power Man Luke Cage?
Yeah, so it's Luke Cage. So it's old man Luke Cage, basically. But he's got
Sounds cool.
the power of Sentry, which is like a Superman type dude.
Oh, not the Sentry guys from X-Men.
The Sentinels.
Oh, yeah, that's what they're called. Never mind.
Yeah, trust me, I get those mixed up all the time too. But he's got the glowing fist of
Iron
power
Fist.
or Iron Fist, and then there's a little bit of green coursing through his ripped body. So I guess he's got the strength of Hulk too. So that's who we got saving Earth from this Stark Tech version of Moon Knight.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a great cover, and it's just a one-off. So I guess they put these one-offs at the end of the year to kind of paint the picture for the coming year of comics. So,
all right,
fun.
So that looks pretty cool. All right, who's next?
I've got one. I don't know what really this is. Not much about it. There's no trailer yet, as far as I know. But there's a Borderlands movie coming out next year.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's kind of exciting because I've kind of played the Borderlands games. I know that Claptrap exists and that he's really cool. And I know that the games are pretty tedious, but it makes me want to play the games because a while ago on Steam, they were like, oh, Borderlands Complete Edition or whatever. And so I got every single Borderlands game for like $4.
Cool.
So I have them all. So I might have to play through them so I can be ready for the Borderlands movie. But it's going to be interesting to me because one of the reasons why I love Borderlands is, well, I say that like I love Borderlands. I've barely played it. But I love the art style of it a lot. How it looks kind of like kind of comic booky with like the like the ink, the heavy inking and outlines and stuff.
Cell shading.
Yeah, like I don't know how they're gonna, if it's just gonna be fully live action. Like I don't know if I'm gonna like that because of how much I like the Borderlands art, but I guess we'll find out when the movie comes out.
Cool.
And historically, movies based off video games aren't the best, but we'll give it a try.
Early on, they're getting better.
So yeah.
Very cool. What about you, Danny? What's next on your list?
Well, there's a new Fiona and Cake show. If you watched Finn and Jake.
Adventure Time.
Oh.
Well, everything else you guys have been talking about has been Rick and Michonne, Daryl Dixon and some little kid. So yeah, Finn and Jake. I remember the Finn and Jake show.
Anyways, Adventure Time, which came out a few years ago, many years ago. When we were youngins.
When you were probably too young to watch the show.
I wasn't. Danny probably was, though.
No, I love that show.
Well, yeah, we both loved it.
So weird. It had such a weird variety of things.
Yeah, that was what was the great thing about it.
But it's a spin-off of that because in Adventure Time there was Fiona and Cake, and they just had a few episodes.
It was like an alternate reality, alternate universe.
Where Finn's a girl and Jake's a girl.
And a cat.
Yeah.
But
now they're having their own show. I think it's coming out in August.
Like August 31st, I think. Coming to HBO. I'm sorry, Max.
I don't know what it's about. It's probably adventure.
Have you not seen the trailer?
No.
Oh, there's a trailer. So basically, Fiona and Cake live in a more mundane world than Finn and Jake lived in Adventure Time. And they want to have adventure. So I don't really know how that plays out, but the trailer shows some familiar characters like Prince Bubblegum. And also it has what I think is Simon and Marcy, which, if you remember, Ice King and Baby Marceline were friends before kind of modern Adventure Time show or whatever. So I think Simon and Marcy are in the show also, which is going to be funny or interesting to see. So that's that show.
Cool. Well, speaking of shows, there's another thing that looks pretty cool is there's going to be a spinoff from the show The Boys.
Oh, yeah. I thought you might talk about that.
And it's called Gen V. And I heard it described as a cross between The Boys and what's that HBO show that all you kids are watching these days?
Euphoria?
Euphoria.
No way. What? No, you can't combine those shows.
You combine those shows and then make it disgusting, and that's what this is supposed to be.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Do I need to watch The Boys? I feel like I need to watch The Boys.
The Boys is great. You need to watch it.
Is that the one with the guy from Gossip Girl and also the guy from Supernatural?
Well, I don't know who those guys are.
Okay, cool.
But there's a possibility that you're correct.
Okay.
There's also an equal possibility that you're incorrect.
That's the one that starts off with the person getting hit by a bus.
Not by a bus, by a superhuman.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Running really fast.
Oh, that's right.
But the results are the same. Yep. Yeah, so that's something I'm looking forward to.
So is Gen V like the superhero person's name, or?
I think it's just younger kids, or younger stars in the show, maybe.
Okay.
Cool. What else?
There's a comic book coming out called Holy Roller, coming out in late November, and this is an interesting one because it's co-written by Andy Samberg and Joe Troman, the guitarist of Fall Out Boy. So I told you Fall Out Boy was relevant because their guitarist took a break at some point this year for a little bit. And I guess during that break started writing a comic book with Andy Samberg.
Just cold called them up and be like, hey, you want to write something?
So it's about a bowling ball wielding vigilante who fights neo-Nazis, which, great people to fight, great weapon to choose.
That's why he's the Holy Roller.
Yeah. I just find it so funny. Like, I'm sure it's going to be funny because Andy Samberg is writing it. It'll be interesting to see what it's about because not the first like comic book series written by a rock star, because Umbrella Academy was written by Gerard Way
from
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
Or written and created by I don't remember. Gerard Way had some big role in Umbrella Academy.
Neat. All right, Danny, you got anything else?
No, not much.
All right.
We made her talk about all hers at once.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll pop back in with DC's got some animated movies coming up based on some of their very popular graphic novels, one of which is based on The Watchmen.
Oh, wait, what? Why didn't I... What?
Yeah. So,
animated movie?
Yeah, animated movie.
But why? They already have a really good movie.
Well, yeah. Let me explain this capitalism thing again to you. If one thing
and
that makes
TV
money
show.
is good, then two things that make money is gooder. That's what I learned in economics.
But a lot of times these reboots aren't good.
But it's DC. What could go wrong?
Have you seen the Black Beetle trailer? Blue Beetle trailer?
Blue Beetle. I think Blue Beetle may be the best DC movie to come out yet.
Really?
I think so. It's got
That movie
Mr. Electricity Dad in it.
It did not look very interesting to me, at least.
I think it's gonna be good.
I think what's his face is gonna save the DCU.
Who's that?
Flash.
No.
He almost single-handedly took it apart, both in the movie and outside the movie.
James Gunn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. He's got some experience under him.
Yeah.
I heard in Comic-Con they announced that he's got a new series. It's a band of like heroes that all come from different parts of the outer space, and they're called the Defenders of the Outer Spaceness.
Whoa! Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's such an original idea.
There's going to be like a strong dude, like a
And
muskrat.
then like a rat.
A muskrat, yeah.
Oh.
And a quirky human. And probably a blue woman.
Oh, Blue Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defenders of the Outer Spaceness.
See, I think we should make that. We should beat him to it.
Okay.
I think he's a little busy.
We'll just slip it right in there. Nobody will notice.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else? I've got one more on my list.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's
go
hear
for
it.
And it's not really a big reveal or anything. It's more of a capitalistic
Is it about
endeavor.
Amazon?
No, it's about Sony.
Oh.
Sony's releasing a Spider-Man 2 version PS5.
What's that mean?
The case of the PS5 is decorated in the style of Spider-Man 2, which is their big
The
new
Miles
game that's
Morales
gonna come
one?
It's the one that's going to have Spider-Man and Miles Morales and Venom in it.
Oh. Is
So
your
that's
friend
one.
working on that one?
No, because they're simultaneously, the same company is simultaneously working on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. So
so he's working on Wolverine?
yeah, so there's two teams.
Okay.
But I'm sitting right here staring at my PS4, which is the limited edition Spider-Man version. PS4.
So they're making another... Oh, so now you have to get the PS5 to match your Spider-Man PS4.
That's what I'm getting at. Pre-orders.
And you're wearing a Spider-Man shirt right now.
This is actually Star Wars.
I thought it was Spider-Man.
Same color.
Well, we only see the top of it.
If you were to blindly come in here blindfolded and ask what shirt I had on, there's like a 72% chance that it would be a Spider-Man shirt.
I'd say 30% Spider-Man, 40% video game. Old video game.
So you can see now why a Spider-Man version of a video game system is enticing to me. Cool. So is that everything? Well, it's not everything from the Comic-Con, but everything
Everything
on
I
our
care
list.
about.
Same.
Cool. Well, that's some of the stuff is going to be later this year. Some of the stuff's going to be next year, but it gives us stuff to look forward to. And we'll have to check back on some of those things to see how good they were.
Yeah.
Do a recap at some point.
Oh, I'm definitely watching Fiona and Cake right when it comes out.
Cool.
Mark your calendars, August 31st on Max.
It's going to be on Max.
Yeah. Which you know it's going to be good.
What was it originally on? Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
Yeah. I think Cartoon Network's going out of business.
That's kind of
That
sad.
might have just been a sad thing I saw that was fake. I don't know. Well, I'll research and come back next week and tell you guys about it.
I'm guessing all the kids that used to watch it grew up, and all the new kids just play Roblox.
True.
They watch Bluey on Disney Plus.
True.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on Disney Plus that looks fun.
There's that new Spider-Man kids show.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode, though. Let us know what your favorite things from San Diego Comic-Con 23 was. You can send us a email, podcast at whatever our podcast name is.com.
Family Geekery.
Podcast at familygeekery.com.
Yahoo! Did I do it right that time?
Yeah, it was good. It's a go. Whoa, crap. That's going to be a copyright strike.
Let's go. See, if you do it like that, then it won't be.
Oh, you got to prat it up?
Well, it's like on YouTube when you do a cover, but it's like so bad that the computer won't even tell that it's a cover.
I don't know.
You don't get striked.
Danny's Orchestra played a song and it got striked on our YouTube channel.
Hey!
That means it's good.
It was very good. Very good.
Only copyrighted part was the soloist.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, so that's going to wrap up this episode. We thank you as always for listening. Reach out to us on any of our socials. Find us at Family Geekery on any of the socials that are here now and any of the socials that may disappear soon.
Twitter.
You mean X?
Shh.
Is that a secret?
Elon Musk is trying to kill all the birds.
Oh, nice.
Anyways.
So check us out on our socials. Reach out to us. Tell us what you like about San Diego Comic-Con 23. Let us know what your favorite things were. And until next time, peace out.
Peace out and geek out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.